Hello, listeners. Hi, my name is Madhavi, and I'm so happy to have you on UppTalk. You have come to the right place if you want to learn about IT and do really cool things with your hands. We are not just another IT company when I say UppTalk. Think of us as your learning partner dedicated to helping you reach your full potential. We have top notch hands on courses to help you build your business, whether you're new to technology or want to move up in your current job. Let's look around this as our first step towards learning.
Today, we'll talk about this one as well. Let me open. What we're going to do is that I'm going to open one of the emails sent, and then we will discuss about the tracking attributes, tracking capabilities, and all this information will apply for the rest of the email sends as well. We'll click on this to understand the tracking information. First of all, we have got this job ID. Basically, this entire information is divided into several tabs, as you can see over here. Overview, click activity conversions, right? First of all, we will be talking about the overview, and inside the overview, we have summary, send performance, open performance, and the other tabs. In summary, we have the job ID attribute. Now, what is the job ID? Whenever you send the email in the backend, one job is created. Job is responsible to execute or to complete the email sent. For each and every email sent that you make from Marketing Cloud through any medium, let's say you make a test and you make a email sent to the send flow. Maybe you send the email through generate. Whatever the email send that you make, there will be a job created in the backend and the job will have a job ID. The job ID is a unique number. The job ID is a good way to complete the training. The job ID is a good way to complete the email. Now, next we have name. What is the name of the email message that was sent publication this demo? What was the subject line? When did we send the email? 26th of January, 9:48 a.m. It's in CST. How many customers you targeted or how many recipients you targeted to, and the data extension that we has used to send the email, this would. And the publication list that we used is this one. This information we can get as part of a summary tab. Any confusion far? Next we have sent performance. Here we can check that about the deliverability, that how many emails were actually sent. If we use for one email, we like to use multiple data extensions. It will all the data extensions right. You will see the list of data extensions over here. In the same performance, you will talk about the deliverability. That's how many emails were actually delivered, how many bounces, and here we can see the category of bounces. We have had bounce, soft bounce, and block bounce. Today, we'll talk about the different types of bounces. What is a bounce? When you send the email and the email is not delivered, that means it is bounce, right? Whenever you purchase something, right? Let's say you place an order from Amazon.com. There could be two possibilities that if the order will be delivered to you and it will not be delivered to you. If it is delivered, then we are good, and if it is not delivered, then we can say that it is not delivered. Similarly for emails, when we send the email, if the email is delivered to the customer or if the email has reached the customer's inbox, it means the email is sent successfully. And if the email, does not reach to the customer's inbox, then it means it is a bounce. Now, when the email does not reach the customer inbox, there could be multiple reasons. Now, based on these reasons, we have different categories. The first type of bounce that we have is soft bounce. Soft bounce occurs In case of the temporary conditions, like let's say the customer's inbox is full, that the customer's email client, has less memory, and because of that, it is not able to receive the new emails, right? Any temporary condition like mailboxes exceeding the allowed storage, or the mailbox is full, or mailbox disabled, or maybe, temporarily not available, things like that. Now, in case of soft bounce, because it is a temporary condition, the system will try to send the email again and again every 15 minutes for next 72 hours, or for up to 288 tries. Next type of bounce that we have. Next type of bounce that we have is a block bounce. What is the block bounce? When we send the email will reach the customer's email server. Now at the email server, there would be some checking that the IP address that we are using to send the email, if it is blocked or not, right? Let's say maybe the content that we have, right, which is not appropriate, or maybe there are some URLs which are being blocked by the email server, or maybe there's some authentication test, that happens at the email server level if it is lacking the authentication, and then also the email server can block the email message and the email will not be sent to the customer. Next, we have a technical bounce. Technical bounces for technical reasons. Let's say if the recipient's email server is down, if the server itself is down, then obviously the server will not be able to receive the email, right? Or there's some. Generally, it is like server error only if the server is down or the network is down. These are very rare chances when the technical bounce will occur. It is your soft bounce, sometimes it is your block bounce, and the most common one is the hard bounce. It is hard bounce. Hard bounce is basically when the user's email address is incorrect. Now the email address is containing two parts, right? One is the username and the domain. Let's say abse@mail.com. Now abc is the username and mail.com is the domain name, right? If the domain is unknown domain, does not exist, let's say if I'll write app@, apps.com, or appsdev.com, right? And maybe this domain does not exist, and with the user will not receive the email, right? But sometimes the mail come. Let's say the domain exists, but user, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. If I write like something like this one, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the gmail.com. In that case, if the user is unknown, then also the email will not be sent. If there's any bad syntax, I mean bad email address or things like that, then the customer will not receive the email. These are 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 different types of bounces that you will see in Marketing Cloud. Here we can see the category hard bounce of top block bounce. For particular this email sent, we did not have any bounce and all the customers received the email. We targeted to all the 2 customers. The 2 recipients received the email. Any doubt? How can we reduce the bounce rate when you are running campaign? Like for that, I mean, it might as we have understood, the bounce might occur for different reasons, right? Let's say if it is a hard bounce. Hard bounce means that we have some incorrect emulators. For that, what we can do the double opt-in process. Generally, let's say let's say we have this form, right? Let's say a registration form. Now what the user will be doing? Let's say they're registering on our website and we capture the emulators and we save in our data extension, but we don't know if it is a correct emulators or not. In order to verify if it is a correct one or not, what we can do, we can send the email address and we can send the email to them asking for the email verification or email confirmation. Once they verify the email address, then we are good and we can use that email address as a valid email address for our next campaigns. That is a double opt-in process or email verification process. That's something we can do if you want to reduce the hard bounces. Now, soft bounce, obviously it is not in our hands because it is something that has a problem with the customer send. And if you want to reduce the block bounces, we have to make sure that the IP address that we are using, should not be blocked by any other email server. And also we should make sure that the content that we are sending it is appropriate and it is following water. All the guidelines, got it all. Thank you, no problem. Next we have is open performance. Here we'll be talking about that. We can see that the open rate is 0%, right? But we know that the email was opened and there should be some opens. What happens is, let me just recreate this tab now. When the email is sent to the customer's inbox, right? And whatever the activity that customer is doing, how Salesforce is going to track, right? There has to be some mechanism behind the scenes that will basically capture the subscriber's activity, that if subscriber is opening the email or not or whatever. It is right. How does that happen? Inside our email message, we have to include one code snippet, and that code snippet basically helps us to capture the open activity. Let me show you that code snippet. First of all, to pods message. Click on Edit Content. Here also, it is showing us one warning that the email does not include the code to track. Opens. To include it from the code view, click Insert Code Snippet and then click Track. Email opens to insert the tracking code, right? It is giving us the warning because we have not added the code to open the email message. If you will not add this and the system will not be able to track the open activity, what we can do, we can click on this button and here we have this option. This one, tracking will open. If we include, this is your code. This is your code snippet that you need to include if you want to track the opens. At the time of the email sending, we did not add this one, and that is where the open rate is showing a 0% because the open activities were not captured. We got like right because we did not have this code write system. I could not capture the open activities, and that is why we have this 0% over here. If we had added this code, then we would have got the open packing percentage over here. Only capture the open rate and click right. This code snippet is used to track the open activities. And to track the click activities, we have a different mechanism that will be top. Here we can see that the data delivered to. And let's see if you had the open code, then it would have shown some opens over here. Let's say 2, 3 or whatever. I mean, how many times the email was opened. Unique opens means, let's say, if the same subscriber is opening the email again and again, the first time when the subscriber will open the email will open the same email again. That is not a unique open, that is a repeated open. That will basically increase the count in the total open, but the unique open would be 1. At any given point of time, the unique open cannot be more than they delivered. Right? Because let's say if you are sending the email 200 subscribers out of 100 subscribers, let's say 30 subscribers are opening the email. The unique open would be 30, right? That's the way now. Next we have is inbox activity. Here we can see 0 opens, clicks. Here we can see the total 9 clicks and unique 1 because only one subscriber clicked on the link. That is why one and the same subscriber click do not link again and again total 9 times. That is why we have total 9. Next we have forward activity. What we do? We also have this forward functionality in our email client, right? If you use Gmail or Outlook, right, whenever we receive the email message, we have that 3 dots or some other options as well to forward the email to some other recipient. Now that forward activity cannot be tracked by Marketing Cloud because the Marketing Cloud does not have any control over Gmail or Outlook. Right? Because that is the functionality that is controlled and built by and the email clients. What kind of forward functionality then we can track in Marketing Cloud in our email message? That is our code snippet button. Here we have something called forward to a friend. Now, this will basically provide the link. Now, when the customer will receive this email message, they will have this link, right? When they click on this link, and it will basically open one form. The customer has to fill up the form like the recipient's email address, subject line, and some note or something like that. After filling the form, the customer will click on submit button and this email message will be sent to the another recipient to the person whose email address was entered over there. If the subscriber is forwarding the email using this link, then only Marketing Cloud will be able to track the forward activity. If somebody forward this email, then we can see that how many times the subscriber forwarded the email like in total, and we can also get the unique count at how many different subscribers forwarded the activity. You forward the email message. Next we have is conversion. Conversions is basically not in place right now. What conversions helps us to do is, let's say we have a website and what we are doing, we are running one campaign and in the email message, let's say we have the product link over here. When the customer will, or let's say not a customer, but let's say a prospective customer, when the prospective customer will click on this link and will buy something from the website, what we can do, we can basically track this over here that out of how many subscribers they actually get converted into the customer. We can basically try the conversion rate over here. Surveys, it is basically available on the OI. You can see this option, but currently, this survey was there earlier in Salesforce Marketing Cloud, but in the latest version, we do not have the surveys. In Marketing Cloud, here you can see this option, but we don't have surveys actually in Marketing Cloud. Next we have is unsubscribe, because then if you have that click that link, right, and I also clicked on that unsubscribe link, which means that, but why we have the top option service. Sorry, you told like in Marketing Cloud, we don't have an option of survey, right? But why? Why you have that option here? Good question. What happens is that Salesforce Marketing totally can acquire this exact target.com, right? This is the interface that you are seeing over here. It is an old interface and that is built by Exact Target, and this is Marketing Cloud. Has not changed this interface since then. Similarly, you will see some other applications as well, like let's say in Analytics Builder, we have reports. It is also having the same kind of interface, and there also you will find some of the options over here which is not existing, which is not applicable anymore in Marketing Cloud. But since they have not made those changes in at the user interface level, these options you will be able to see now the new application that the Marketing Cloud is building and making changes like Journey Builder. You will see a completely different interface in Automation Journey Content. All these are new applications where you will see everything correct. Here you might experience some of the things in the older functionality of Marketing Cloud, which basically does not exist in Marketing Cloud anymore. Unsubscribe will basically show that how many subscribers unsubscribed. Here we can see one. That's what we have. And engage subscribers. How many customers you targeted in total? We targeted 2 customers out of 2 customers. How many customers did not click on the link in the email message? 1. And how many did not open the email message? 2. That's what it is showing over here. Now, here we have the detailed analysis on the forward to a friend activity. What does it mean? Let's say if somebody will click on this link, right, then it will show over here that how many subscribers clicked on the forward link. Total and unique forward activity. How many actually forwarded the email message to their friends. That's something we can track over here. New subscribers means whenever the email will be forwarded using this link, the recipient will also get the option to subscribe to Marketing Cloud email communication channel. Let's say I have subscribed to, let's say this organization, and they publish, let's say, very informative articles. What I do, let's say I read all the articles and then I share this article with my friend. I forward this article with my friend. Instead of me sharing again and again, every time the new article is published to my friend, what I can do? Add that I can forward this email message to my friend, and he can also subscribe to the email communication that whenever a new article is published, he can also receive the email, right? You can do this thing. You can build this thing, and then you just click on this link, and then you will be redirected to one form. You just have to fill the form. You will receive the email, and in that email, in the email message, you will get the option to become a subscriber of Marketing Cloud. All these things we can track over here. Any confusion, Fa? Next we have is click activity. We can see the number site in overview. We looked at the numbers, that how many subscribers actually clicked on a link. Now, what is the total and unique and everything? But let's say if you want to visualize this data, we'll go to the next tab in which we can see this click activity data in a more detailed way, and we can also get some of the visualizations. Here we have 2 different views using which we can analyze the click activity data. The first one is the link view, which will basically represent the data in the tabular format. Here we can see the links unsubscribe and update profile. There are 2 links in the email message and how many total clicks. We have got 3 for this, 6 for this, and unique only one subscriber. Click to this. This is a hyperlink. Once you click on this, you will also get the subscriber key, the email of the subscriber who clicked the link, right? Let me go back. Wherever you see the hyperlink, when you click on hyperlink, it will basically show you the subscriber information who, made this activity. In the link, you will get the representation in the table format, whereas in the email overlay view, you will get the, pictorial representation, right? It's kind of a email preview. In the email preview, we can see that these are the 2 links, and then next to the link, we will get the percentage right. Total, how many subscribers we had. 2 right out of 2. How many subscribers clicked on the link? Only 1, that is 50 of the subscribers clicked on this link, and 50 of subscribers clicked on this link as well. Here we can see the percentage next to the link in the email message, which is kind of pictorial representation, and in the link we can get a tabular representation. Next we have is conversions. We don't have any conversion data survey, which basically now does not exist anymore. Conversions is something like who responded to all my no. Conversion is basically who all got converted. For this, we need actually one e-commerce website. Now what we can do and our email message should have some product link. When the customer will click on the product link and will go to the website and will purchase a product. What does it mean? That the customer did purchase something, right? It means the customer got converted. That is something we can track. But for this, I mean we need a big setup and everything. Next we have is job link. This is what this one is important. But you just want to know, like in the future classes, you will be telling us how to set up all the conversions and all. For this, I mean, we would need the e-commerce website and everything. That won't be possible. You'll be telling us in future classes. Now I mean the conversion part, I don't know. Theoretical part I can tell you, but the practical won't be possible for this one. But that like you need any access for any like e-commerce thing on like right. I mean, this one is not the out of the book. I mean, we have to basically write the code at the e-commerce website as well, because what will happen that we have to share the subscriber information with the e-commerce website, right? That what is the subscriber key of the subscriber, who did the purchase and everything. We have to establish the connection. We have to write the code at the e-commerce website. We have to write the code in Marketing Cloud with Marketing Cloud site as well. It will take, I mean, a lot of things. If you will start doing this, then that is kind of, pure, like a different project implementation. Will not be able to focus on our, course content. Next we have is job links. Now job link will basically show you all the links that we have. That is something you can also see, I mean, in the click activity right now. What is the difference? We can also update the link. How does that happen? Let's say we have this profile center link over here. We have this all 8. This will be basically a unique 8 of the all. And here we have got the all, and here we have got the parameters. Now in the email message, if I look at this one update profile, this is the link that we have. Let's understand it with the use case. Let's say you work for a company, and what you need to do is that, let's say we are implementing it for our company itself, and we need to send this email to all the employees, and in the link there would be a video. There would be a link to a YouTube video, and in the YouTube video, we are, let's say, talking about some hot policies, or maybe, payroll policies and something like that. Right now, for some reason, that link is broken, and maybe we have tested a wrong link, maybe to a different YouTube video, which we were not supposed to send. Now what we can do, the email is sent to the employees, and like the one thing that we can do, we can send another email, right? Otherwise, what we can do, in Marketing Cloud, we have the functionality to update the URL even if the email is sent. Whenever the employees will click on this link, right, they will be redirected to the updated URL and not the previous URL. How does that happen? Let me the bigger thing. You must be having this email message in your inbox site, and that we had sent, I think. Now what I want you to do is, here I will be updating the all, and then what you need to do, you just need to copy that all and then paste it over here. I mean, just once I update it, then you open the email message, copy the link, and then paste it in the chat window. Here, let me just make a change. Cookie Google comment, click on Save button. Here it is changed. And now also, can you see? I mean, can you open the email message and then click on this update profile link? In our use case of profile center link, right? I am sending. Now, if you open the email message and then you click on the message and then you click on this link, which surely you are able to see Google come or the update profile one. Just try to. I'm able to see profile center only. I mean, just open the email message again and click on the link. Don't copy this, just click on the link. I think it will not work for this one. I believe because it was not trapped, it was not really not my. Still, I'm able to see that previous one on the C1 Airtel sent. That one, let it be. Let's do one thing. Let me send another email message, and here let me include a different all. The reason why it is not working is, I'll tell you in just a second. I'm sending this email message again because I have sent this test email to you. You must be receiving this email within a minute. Meanwhile, let me explain you another concept. What happens is we basically include the link in our email message, right? There could be two different type of links. One is the standard links like Profile Center, the Subscription Center, or unsubscribed a link. Write these links. Basically, it will show you something like this, that we have exact target dot net profile center dot asp, and then we have some query string like QS is equal to that is called query string. These are the links that will basically show away here. And even if you will update it, since it contains the profile center, I mean it contains their identity, they will not get updated, right? Because the system does not want that we should update this profile center links. Now what we can do? The other type of link, let's say if you are linking any other, that's a YouTube video link or a Google link or any other website link, right? That will basically get wrapped. And in the email message that you will receive, you will not see W or Gugu come, right? You will basically see something like this, which has culs 10, exit, target net, and then we have some query string. What happens in the backend is you draft one email message in which the link is googlycom, as we can see over here right now. The email will be sent to the customer. Now, customer will receive the email message. In the email message, the customer will find the URL is something like this when the customer, will click on a link like this. Then in the backend, basically it will check what is the URL that is mapped. If the URL which is mapped, currently it is googlycom, it will rewrite the user to googlycom. But now here we can update the URL as well. Let me come over here and let me go to test send. Did you receive the email? Did you receive the email? Here we can see the mapping that currently that the mapping that we have for this all it's googlycom. Right, the customer will receive this email link, this link. The customer will click on this one and then it will be redirected to googlycom. But let's see if we'll update this to a u3xcom or any other link. Then the next time when the user will click on this link again, if the system will check in the back end that what is the current mapping. Now the current mapping would be u3xcom, right? And then that URL will be shown to the user. Let me just get the URL first and then I'll show you. What you need to do is that you have this Google, right? You have this Google link. You just have to copy this link. Don't open this. Copy the link by right clicking on this and then paste it in the chat. You'll have to right click on this one, copy the link and paste it and the chat. If you long press this one, right, will you be able to copy this? This is how their job link works. Here we can get the information about all the links, and even if you want to update the links, you can update it, and this will be updated in real time. And the next time when the customer click on the link in the email message, then the updated all will basically be used, and the user will be related to the updated all, right? Once you get the link, and then once it is in action, the other tab that you can see over here, like test 24, test custom tab. These are nothing. These are the custom tabs. You can basically create these tabs by creating a new tab in the custom tab option. You just have to come to the admin section. Inside the admin section, we have something called custom tab. Let me open this. You just have to click on create button, provide the name of the custom tab and the all. Now what will happen? Let's say you have this external dashboard platform, right? Maybe a Tableau, any other external visualization platform. You also want to show that data inside the marketing cloud. You cannot manipulate, or you cannot modify the data, or you cannot, process the data within marketing cloud. It is just for the visualization purpose. Whatever the web page that is available out on the internet. If you want to show that web page inside Marketing Cloud, you just have to mention the URL over here, and that web page will be visible inside the tracking tab. Why we do it? Let's say for a particular campaign that we are running, we do have the tracking information over here, right? Let's say about the open, click, bounce, and everything. But let's say if we have another tool where some of the other email campaign metrics that we are visualizing or capturing, and we want to see everything in Marketing Cloud, like everything in just one single frame, what we can do. We can create a custom tab, and then we can fetch the data from that platform or that web page and then show it over here. It is just showing a web page inside the custom tab. That's it. I think we have put this to Gulcom, which we are not able to fetch over here right now. Any doubt? In the admin tab, we'll be talking about the send management. Inside the send management, we have something called sender profile, delivery profile, and send classification. Now, what is the sender profile? At the time of the beginning of the email studio, we talked about that. What all things that we require if you want to send the email, right? We need the subject line, we need the recipient's email address, we need content, right? Also within the form address, right from email address. Sender profile is a place where you configure your from name and from email address. We look at that one. Let's say if I want to create a new sender profile. Sender profile means the information about the sender, which is your from name and from email address. Here you can give a name, the name of the sender profile that you are creating, and here we can choose the from name and from email address. There are two options that we have that. These are the email addresses that is already verified. Either you can choose the email address as from name, from email address from this list. Or if you want to choose any other from name and from email address, then you can put it over here and then click on verify button. One verification email you will receive on the email address that you will mention over here. Once the email address is verified, then you can use that as well. We have something called custom reply mail management settings. In the RAM settings, basically what we can do is Whenever we receive the reply from the customer, how we can manage that reply. For that, we have the custom settings. Here we have something. Let's say we have this feature called use auto reply. Let's say if we have service company and the customers, let's say the email that we are sending to them, they have some concern or something like that and they reply. What we can do, we can just send them an auto reply saying that we have received your response and we are working on your request and we will get back to you, something like that. Right? We can configure the auto reply over here inside the RAM settings. Mainly that we need to remember in the center profile, we can configure the form name, and from email address like this, we have lots of send the profile already created, as we can see over here. There's the name of the center profile. External key will be pre-populated. This is the form name from email address that is being selected. That's it. And next we have is delivery profile. What is the delivery profile? In a delivery profile, we configure basically three things. One is the IP address. Let me show you. We configure three things. One is IP address and header and footer. IP address is basically the IP address that you are using to send this email message from Marketing Cloud account. There could be two different type of IP address account, default and private account. Default means that whenever we purchase the account from marketing, from Salesforce, we will get one shared IP address. Let's say if you do not have a budget or we do not have, lots of email sends, what we can do. We can also take the shared email address from the Salesforce, and this shared email address will be shared among different customers. Let's say there's one IP address 1.2.3.4. This IP address is being used by many customers to share or to send the email messages. But let's say if we have a very large company and we don't want to rely on a shared IP address, what we can do, we can also purchase our own and dedicated private IP address, and that we can use to send the email message from our Marketing Cloud account. Here, if we have a private IP address, we can use this private one. Otherwise, we can use the shared IP address. Next is the header and footer. Here we have got three different options. Whenever you design the email message, we will come to the email designing part in a later when we'll talk about the content builder. But whenever we design the email message, there would be a header and footer, right? Here we have three options that if you choose this delivery profile at the time of the emails, and the header and footer can be pre-populated or basically can come from the delivery profile. If you choose none, what does it mean? That no header will come into the email message. Using this delivery profile, account default means there is a default header which contains a link. Basically, that will be there as a header if you will go with the account default. And if you choose library content, it means we can choose our own header, whatever we want to choose, and then we can use that one to send the email message. And same goes for the footer. Next one we have is send classification. What is the send classification? Send classification is basically a combination of sender profile and delete profile. Whenever we want to send the email message from Marketing Cloud, we have to follow some rules, right? The rule is that if you want to send the email message, then we have to have the form name and from emulators that will come from the sender profile. And we also have to choose the delivery profile if you want to send it. Instead of selecting these two things separately, what we can do, we can combine these two things in one package. And then we can use this, definition, or we can use this classification as a whole to send the email message instead of selecting these two things separately. Here we can choose the sender profile and delivery profile over here. And we can just directly choose the send classification to send the email. And this will basically contain these two things apart from the sender profile and delivery profile. There is one more thing that is called can spam classification, and this is very important because this can spam classification tells us that what kind of email content, or what are the different guidelines that we have to follow for the email message that we are preparing. We'll understand that one quickly. First of all, let's understand what is a commercial and transactional emails. Email message, which is a commercial purpose, right? Like advertisement or promotion of a product or service, that is a commercial email. Transactional emails are basically represent some kind of transaction and usually initiated by the customer itself. Let's say if somebody places an order and receive the order confirmation email, that is a transactional email. Your password reset emails, your emails. All these emails are your transactional emails. Now, based on the nature and the category of the emails, the can spam basically applies some of the guidelines, and we have to follow these guidelines if you want to send the email. For commercial emails, although there are many guidelines, we have to use the proper subject line and everything. But there are two mandatory guidelines that we have to follow. First one is that we have to include the physical mailing address in the email message like we are doing over here. We are including this member business name, member country postal code, right? This is the physical mailing address that we are including. Another one is we have to provide a mechanism to opt out. We have to have a way inside the email message that the customer can unsubscribe. You can also check it like in your inbox with the whatever the email that you receive. If it is a commercial email, there would be always an unsubscribe link at the footer of the email message that the customer can unsubscribe. If it is not there, it means that we are not following the guidelines. These are the two mandatory things. For the commercial emails and for the transactional emails, there is only one guideline which is mandatory, and that is we have to include the physical mailing address. That's what we are doing over here now. Let me just click on preview and test. Now, if you see which send classification we are using this a demo set classification, and in the demo send classification, let me just check what is the classification type. Based on the, let me just click on this demo send classification. Based on the classification that we have is selected over here, the rules will be basically apply on the email message. Here we have chosen the transactional one. What does it mean that? That we only have to include the physical mailing address and the other content is not required. For example, if I remove the rest of the content like update profile and everything, it is showing that error, but actually let's see if I'll go with this one. Here we are choosing this transactional send classification. Send the email message to the customer. Send the email message to the customer, and then we have to include the unsubscribe link. We have to include the profile center link, unsubscribe link, right? This basically shows that we cannot send the email message to the customer until or unless we are fix these errors. And how we can fix these errors? Either we change the classification to transactional, which does not require these things, or if we go ahead with the commercial classification, then we have to include all these things in our email message. This is how the Salesforce is making sure that based on your classification, you follow all the guidelines and rules. Please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us sales@therightuptalk.com.